Did you know Japan has its own tropical island similar to Hawaii? Well, today I'm going to tell you about Okinawa, Japan. I lived there for 2 years and had an awesome experience. I'll start with the basic geography, the history of the island, the U.S. military presence, and then a few of the attractions. First, the geography. The island is approximately 600 miles south of mainland Japan. It is 67 miles long and approximately 2 to 17 miles wide, depending on what part of the island you're looking at. The population is 1.3 million, and it's the largest of what's known as the Ryukyu Islands. The north part of the island has very dense vegetation and rugged terrain, while the south is where most people live and work. It's a subtropical climate, rainy season in late spring, usually May, for 30 days straight it'll rain. And the temperatures average 70 degrees. It's in what's known as Typhoon Alley. A lot of typhoons occur in the area with the occasional earthquake. The major crops are sugarcane, sweet potatoes, and rice. And fishing is very popular in Okinawa. Next, the history. The Battle of Okinawa was the last great U.S. amphibious campaign of World War II. On April 1st of 1945, Marines and Army landed on the island. Japanese kamikaze pilots would crash airplanes into the U.S. Navy ships. The Japanese finally entered resistance on June 21st after over 100,000 were killed. The U.S. casualties were at approximately 50,000. In August of 1945, the island was placed under a U.S. military governor and remained that way until May of 1972, when it was returned to Japan. But there's always been a U.S. military presence on the island. There are 32 bases on the island, occupying approximately 20% of the island. Futenma, Kadena, Hansen, Torii, Schwab, Foster, Kinzer are some of the large bases there. There are approximately 80,000 Americans, including their dependents, active duty, their dependents, family members, DoD civilians, and teachers and staff. Many of the locals oppose the U.S. being there, citing aircraft noise, pollution, risk of aircraft accidents, environmental degradation, and crowding of the island. Lastly, some of the attractions. There are numerous beaches and crystal clear water, coral reefs that are a must for scuba divers or anyone interested in snorkeling. There are many castles on the island. Most were destroyed or ruined during the Battle of Okinawa, but some have been refurbished, such as Shuri Castle, which served as a residence of the Ryukyu kings. It's been restored. There are many others, some built as far back as the 1300s. Ocean Expo Park is another neat place to visit. It has what's known as Japan's best aquarium, and one of the largest aquariums in the world. American Village. It resembles a U.S. shopping mall, and in the central part of Okinawa, near several of the U.S. bases. There's a movie theater, restaurants, cafes, and lots of shops. So today I talked about my favorite island in the Pacific, Okinawa. I went over geography, history, U.S. military presence, and a few of the attractions. Now you should have a basic understanding of Okinawa, Japan. Hopefully you get to visit someday and enjoy the crystal clear water and sandy beaches.